Ever since TMZ Sports broke the story about Kareem Hunt, the former Kansas City Chiefs running back who was seen clear as day on the surveillance video shoving this woman and then knocking her to the ground, kicking her, there have been a lot of questions about what the NFL did or didn't do to investigate this, and also about what the police in Cleveland did after the case, because police did respond to the scene and they were aware of this. Well, now the Cleveland police themselves apparently have a lot of questions, and kind of sounds like they're ticked off about something the NFL did, because it is very clear now, based on what Cleveland PD is saying, that the NFL did launch an investigation into this. It's just a matter of what they did and how they did it. That may be a problem. So
here's what the Cleveland PD is saying, that they've already begun, whatever. There is an internal investigation underway at the moment, and what they've found so far is that the NFL got a copy of the police report from somebody in the department, but they didn't go through official channels to get it. In other words, they were trying to get information without filing a formal request, and the Cleveland Police Department is saying that they're not really upset at the NFL. They're more upset with their own police for not following protocol. And they're trying to figure out what happened. And then on a larger note, they're launching internal investigation to find out their overall handling of the case, if they did everything correctly or if there were mistakes made.
Right, because they're under the gun now. What would be the reason that the NFL wouldn't go through official channels to get what they need?
Well, if they have like a person that they work with who might be able to just slip them a document, and instead of having to file the paperwork and wait for everything to be cleared, so they have a guy that goes, hey, I can get it for you, and they handle it that way.
You know, Evan, when you guys put the story up yesterday, I was thinking exactly what Vance said. Is like, why would they care how the NFL, I mean, because we got the police report also. And
the Cleveland PD cares because they have protocols in place for a reason. And they don't want just anybody just doing, they wanted to have a strict, procedure and way that they can streamline the giving out of information. And if somebody just said, hey, I got a friend at the NFL, I'm just going to hook him up with this thing, that's not the way that they want to operate.
Well, it occurred to me why the NFL would have gone this way and not gone through the proper channels. One theory would be that they didn't want any record of the fact that they were looking into this, because
that's kind of the way I looked at it.
See, I would think they would want the record, but maybe this was just an easier, faster way to get it for them, and they didn't want to wait. They just wanted to know now.
You know what I think is troubling? That we know they got the police report, and in the police report, it clearly states that there is video. So why then did they stop there?
In fact,
why were they just satisfied with the police report?
Well, the police report said, yeah, you're right. It does say that there is video. It says video available upon request. And we know that the NFL says they did try to get the video, and maybe that's why they tried to get the video.
Well, that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble believing.
NFL, I think.
I'm having a little trouble believing them, though, Charles, because if the NFL security is this massive apparatus, they have so many connections. So if they were able to go around and get the police report, then why couldn't they get the video in the same manner? That's where I'm having trouble.
But on that note, also, once the body cam video was made available, the woman on the body cam is saying there are videos, and the cops are saying, we know that there's video. Like, why didn't the NFL then watch those and realize, oh, we should try to get that too?
I mean, it doesn't seem like the NFL is very good at getting videos. No. It doesn't seem like that's their thing. It seems like they're good at a lot of things, but that's not one of them.
To play devil's advocate, though, if the police department had the video and they were asking the police department and they just wouldn't release it, at a point, what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? Well, speaking of the NFL, we got Roger Goodell. The commissioner was in D.C. Yesterday because he was there for President Bush's, for the state funeral. But we got him out later in the day and wanted to talk to him about Kareem Hunt and his future. This is what happened. This was the interaction with the commissioner.
Mr. Goodell, do you expect Kareem Hunt to ever play in the NFL again? Will you give him another second chance, Mr. Goodell?
Yeah, he very quickly kept moving.
He did the NFL thing. He punted.
He kept it moving. He's not talking about it yet.
The league on the whole has issued statements on this, but we haven't heard from Goodell yet. And when the whole Ray Rice thing happened in 2014, he held press conferences and he addressed it with the media, he answered questions. He hasn't done that yet, and we thought this might be a good opportunity for him even to just turn to the camera and condemn Kareem Hunt for his actions, but he's not ready to say anything yet.
Yeah, he is not talking, and who knows when they will. It is odd to me, Evan. I still don't understand. By the way, the other thing that we continue to do is try and get a comment from the Cleveland City prosecutor. Still stonewalling us, will not tell us what's going on with the case. But you're right. At some point, the NFL has to make some sort of decision about Kareem Hunt. They can't just leave him on this exempt list indefinitely, right? They would have to say he's going to be.
I mean, look, for the NFL, they're toward the end of the season here.
I think it'll come after the season.
Yeah, and they'll have time to process it
Yeah.
and really think it over, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Tyree from Los Angeles Boy of Carson. I think the NFL wanted to quietly snoop and see what was going on before they had to officially come out and say what was going on. They wanted to be able to make like this did not happen. They wanted to kind of keep it off the record so they can have the deniability about not doing anything when they should have done something. That way there's no paper trail. And as far as Kareem's concerned, he should be lucky that he had friends there. It seems like he would have went a lot further if he did not have someone to hold him back and restrict him. And it's very just disgusting that a person who obviously knows better would go after a woman like that in any situation. It's not okay. And the NFL should definitely suspend him for some time and take some money out of his pocketbook. And I'm sure he'll get the lesson, or he'll learn that lesson the financial way, if not the hard way as well.
Right.
Right. Yeah.